From WFRB TV Local 5, your local election headquarters, this is Newsmaker Sunday with your host, Tom Zaleski.
Good morning. Welcome to Newsmaker Sunday. I'm Tom Zaleski. Fun show today. We talk about the American pastime of baseball, specifically here in Wisconsin. Now, we all know about the Milwaukee Brewers, right? But here in northeast Wisconsin, there are some teams which offer fans a summer of competition as well as entertainment. And we will begin with the Northwoods League. Out of the 22 teams, 9 are based in Wisconsin, including the Green Bay Booyah and the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders. This league features college baseball players. And joining us today, Brian Kuklinski, the corporate advertising manager for the Green Bay Booyah. Brian, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Appreciated. First season at the Capital Credit Union Park in Ashwaubenon. And community reaction, how has it been since you got underway about a month ago?
You know, it's really been unbelievable how the community has really rallied around and embraced this team, not just from the spectator aspect, from our partner aspect. The players love the ballpark, and it's really been a great product so far at the new stadium.
You're doing a whole lot more than baseball, which is attracting a lot of these fans.
We really are. As a matter of fact, this past week we had our first day where we had nothing going on at the stadium. So it's been interesting since we opened on May 31st. The Green Bay Voyagers soccer team has played their 10 home games throughout the season, and soccer has really been a surprise for us. We were right around 1,000 people per game for soccer, and a really good product on the field. And I really think going forward, soccer is a sport that you're going to see really take off in this area.
Now, these baseball players for your team, they're college-level players.
They are.
How do they get recruited to play onto your team?
It's really a combination of things. The Northwoods League is a premier league in the country for wood bat, and these guys want to get recognized by scouts, and the scouts are coming out to the game. So it's a combination of our front office, Coach Carty, our manager, reaching out to them, and then their coaches reaching out to different teams in the league, trying to get their guys placed to get some more experience throughout the summer. We really kind of refer to it as an internship for the players, too. As they're putting a wood bat in their league, they're really playing a minor league schedule and really trying to hone their craft to make it to the next level.
I call these guys kids. Do these kids know when there's a scout in the stands?
Yes, they do. They do. They try to pretend like they don't, but they do. They know when they're there, especially when that first pitch goes and you see the 3 or 4 radar guns behind home plate go up. They know that they're there.
Last month, beautiful moment, Jack Mahoney,
yes,
Appleton product, throws a no-hitter, first one in team history. What was that atmosphere like?
You know, it was really an unbelievable atmosphere. His dad actually works for us.
Right.
And, you know, so we made sure that his dad was in a position in the stadium where he was going to be able to watch the game while he was working with us, as we do whenever Jack pitches. And then as it got further and further in the game, you could kind of tell something special was happening, and it really had a legit chance of happening, especially in the 8th inning. They always say you got to have a little bit of luck on your side, too. There was a pass ball that bounced right back to the catcher to throw a guy out stealing second base and got him out of the inning, and then the big embrace with Jack and his dad afterwards. There's nothing better than a kid getting to go up into the stands and hug his dad after a game like that.
Yeah, that was neat when we saw that on television that night.
Yes.
It happened to see Dad, because nobody knew that his dad worked.
Right.
You know, at the stadium. Northwoods League, you've had a lot of players who found success in the big time, at the big show. Pete Alonso, New York Mets.
Absolutely.
Just won the home run derby.
He did.
Plenty of young talent on this level, is there not?
There really is. And, you know, when you come out to watch a game, you know, we pride ourselves in the atmosphere that you create in the stadium and really want to make it a social event. But the talent on the field is really unbelievable. A couple weeks ago, we honored Mitch Haniger. We did a bobblehead for Mitch Haniger, plays for Seattle. He's an all-star. He's a Green Bay alumni. He played a summer ball in Green Bay. So it's really nice that you get to be in contact with all of these guys. And normally you have to go through an agent to approve something like that. You just send Mitch a text. And these guys all remember their roots or where they came from in the summer league. And he was absolutely honored that we did a bobblehead of him. So you see a lot of really good baseball when you come out to a game.
You're off to a great start. 5-10 years down the road.
Sure.
Where do you see this team?
You know, this team, it's more so the stadium than the team, to be honest, Tom. We want to make sure that it's really an event center for the greater Green Bay area. Want to utilize it almost year-round for different things. The baseball will always be number one to us, and we always want to put a competitive team on the field. And I think we're doing a good job of that. We're in first place right now in the second half of the league. We struggled a little bit towards the end of the first half, but I think we have it turned around. But most important to us is being a really good community partner, not only in the village of Ashwaubenon, but in the greater Green Bay area, and give people another entertainment venue to come out to.
What are you hearing from fans? What do they like about coming to the ballpark?
You know, what I think they really like, the sight lines, how close you are to the action. From home plate to the backstop is only 26 feet. So you're really on top of the action when you're watching it. All the way around, it's only 7 rows of seats. There's a few things that people have to get over. The fact that our infield's all green, but that's because we have soccer there as well. You can definitely see the infield. It's a different shade of green. And it's an all-turf field, which is the first one in northeast Wisconsin that is all artificial turf to play baseball on. The players love it. Baseball purists like myself takes a few minutes to get used to. But the nice thing is, with all the weather we had in June, with how wet it was, we didn't have any rainouts. Because the field drains so well, we can play as soon as it's done raining.
And speaking of purists, I think we're now comfortable with Booyah.
Yes.
It took a while.
It did. You know, and when we picked the name, we wanted something that was so local to Green Bay that even if you were from Appleton, you had to ask what it meant. And people are getting it. They're getting into it. You know, they're chanting the name when we're scoring a run, which is exactly what we wanted them to do. You know, they're coming around to the jersey. We have a plaid jersey that's been our actual #1 seller this year in the merchandise store. So I think the embracing of the name has really happened.
Because you just can't say the word, you just can't say Booyah.
No, you can't.
No. In fact, one of our sports guys, Eric, as I walked into the studio, he says, don't forget, you got to say Booyah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it all depends on where you put the emphasis, too. I've heard it done Booyah. I've heard it done Booyah. And, you know, you can't just say it plain.
Like a tribute to Stuart Scott.
Exactly. You know, when we're out talking to the fans and I introduce myself and say, hey, I'm Brian from the Booyah, you still have to kind of emphasize it a little bit.
You do. It's just a fun name. Brian, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
We appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Much appreciated. We're back with more right after this, so stay with us.